I'm sick and tired of these liars lying about the economy. They're lying straight to our faces. And recent reports on the inflation and labor markets all seem to sing the praises of a healthy economy, right? If you read the corporate mainstream media, which of course wants President Biden to be reelected and put back into office to do their bidding, this is what they want. According to President Biden, the economy has never been better. According to the mainstream media, the economy is the best it's ever been. Really? So why are so many Americans suffering right now? That makes no sense. It's all out of whack. In fact, he claims the economy is so good, he put his name on it. The White House claims that Bidenomics is working and the economy is being built out from the middle out, right? The middle out and the bottom up. The middle class is growing and the bottom up. People at the lowest levels are being lifted up. I mean, what kind of fantasy world are they living in? Most Americans are still feeling a lack of confidence about the current and future economic conditions. And I don't want to be terribly political here, but it's just flat out lies. In fact, a recent poll by Gallup found that 45% of Americans rate the economy as poor, and 63% say that high prices are causing moderate or severe financial hardships. And I'll give you some other data. The number one thing that most Americans are concerned about right now is the economy. Yes, inflation. There's a massive mismatch right now between the messaging from the Biden administration and the reality for most Americans. So why this disconnect? If we're seeing data showing a healthy labor market, cooling inflation, steady interest rates, why aren't Americans feeling the benefits? I mean, no matter what inflation is doing, prices are and will continue to be higher than pre-pandemic times. And sadly, this is the new normal. The prices of many goods, including groceries, skyrocketed during the age of COVID, but they haven't gone down. In fact, companies are continuing to raise their prices in order to expand their profits right now. They realize that the consumer is expecting prices to rise, so they know they can get away with it. This is a term economist Isabella Weber coined as greedflation, excessive price increases that companies use to take advantage of high inflationary periods to grow their profits.
The CEO of Kroger recently said,
"A little bit of inflation is always good in our business."
Lindsay Owens runs a progressive economic think tank that scours the earnings calls corporations hold for stock analysts and investors, like this one from Constellation Brands, which sells beer, wine, and spirits.
We're going to look at this on a market-by-market basis, brand-by-brand basis, and we'll take as much pricing as we think the consumer can absorb.
One of my favorite examples is Tyson Foods,
purveyor of 1 out of every 5 pounds of beef, chicken, and pork sold in the U.S. Here's Tyson's chief financial officer on their latest quarterly results.
Our pricing actions led to approximately $2.1 billion in sales and price mix benefit during the quarter, which offset the higher cost of goods sold of $1.6 billion.
In other words, says Owens,
our pricing is taking into account the cost of raw materials and the cost of labor, but more than offsetting it. And that more than offsetting it is that additional profit that they're able to bring in.
Absolutely. I mean, just go to a Chipotle, right? Pay $11 for a burrito and then see their record profits the company is making right now. McDonald's, look at their share price right now on Wall Street, all-time highs, right? So McDonald's is doing really well. I guess it makes sense when you've got $11 Happy Meals and the dollar menu is gone. Got rid of the dollar menu for a reason. Charge $4 instead of $1. So on top of elevated grocery prices, housing costs have risen in every way imaginable from a few years ago. The prices of housing, mortgage rates, rents have all gone up. So of course, Americans don't feel positive about the economy when they're struggling to pay for housing and groceries right now. In addition to rising costs across the board, many Americans have less expendable income, thanks to resuming student loan payments, the end of COVID checks, the free government money, and then of course, high rates on credit cards. And of course, the state of layoffs across the country is certainly affecting Americans' perspective of the economy. So we're seeing over and over again, 2024 is the year of the layoff. Thousands. Layoffs in February hit their highest level for the month since the year 2009. We know what happened in 2008, 2009. So while you might be hearing reports on big news networks about job growth and cooling inflation and lowering interest rates, remember that during an election year, you're especially likely to hear a lot of emotionally charged and persuasive rhetoric from both sides. The sad reality is that many Americans are drowning in debt and struggling to pay for necessities, no matter how many headlines that say the contrary. And there are a lot of turbulent factors affecting the American people right now. Many folks are living paycheck to paycheck, and they're drowning in credit card debt and debilitated by student loan payments. But there's plenty of data out there that suggests that most Americans are ill prepared for retirement as well, and even worse, have little to no emergency funds to speak of. As we've discussed time and time again on our show, our society and our economy have deep-rooted systemic issues that are designed to set people up for failure. It doesn't matter who is in the White House. It goes so much deeper than that. We've built continuous debt in this nation, regardless of whether Trump was president, Biden was president, Clinton was president. The national debt has exploded. Wall Street, companies, Congress all have their own best interests in mind. We'll get back to the video in a minute, but first, inflation is out of control and you've got to protect your money. Any money you've got sitting in your bank is losing value every day, right now by about 3.5% to 4%. That's right. If you want to protect your money and you want to grow it, you need to put it to work by investing it. Now, I'm not talking about risky or volatile investments like stocks or crypto. Don't get me wrong, I like those. But tangible assets is what I'm really talking about, that you can actually put your hands on. The best tangible asset that you can invest in right now is real estate. It's the number one hedge against inflation, and it offers some of the highest and the safest returns possible. Hey everyone, I'm Clayton Morris, longtime real estate investor and founder of Morris Invest. Now, I got into real estate after learning that it was a favorite among the wealthy, and now I know exactly why. Personal experience has proven that it is the number one way to build wealth and to protect wealth. I've got decades of experience now that have proven it. Now, while there's several ways you can invest in real estate, most of which I've tried myself, the build-to-rent model offers the most benefits, hands down. More specifically, single family, buy and hold. I'm talking brand new construction built from the ground up, build to rent. Build to rent properties offer more tax benefits, fewer headaches than rehabbing an existing property. There's less risk and way less stress than flipping houses. There are a lot less work than wholesaling houses. And there's less turnover and fewer issues than multifamily properties. And when you invest in build to rent real estate, you're getting 4 streams of income. That's right, 4. Appreciation and equity gains, principal reduction, tax benefits and depreciation, and then monthly cash flow, which is my favorite. On top of that, you're using someone else's money, yes, the bank's money, to invest in real estate, while someone else, your tenant, is paying for it, paying down the mortgage. It's just one advantage that it has over tangible assets like gold and silver. I mean, I love gold and silver, but you can't buy it with the bank's money. And you certainly can't have someone else pay for it, can you? No, you can't. Plus, when you're strategic about leveraging, using the bank's money, you can get 4 to 5 times the assets that you can to invest in. And it's the only investment that gives you 4 to 5 times the protection from inflation. My company, Morris Invest, along with the help from our team at Sedera Wealth, helps you invest in build-to-rent properties as easily as investing in stocks, because we buy and we build in bulk, and then we pass our savings on to you. Now, if you'd like to learn more, let's just jump on the phone. You can share your financial goals with my team. You can ask questions, it's totally free, and we'll see if it's a good fit. Talking with us, again, completely free. No pressure, no strings attached. When we talk to you on the phone, we're going to explain a few things. Number one, how to identify a smart real estate investment. Then, what does it take to become a successful investor? And then what you need to get started, whether it's a team, good market, good property, down payment, financing, all of those things. We'll talk about it. Where to get a good strategy that actually best fits your goals and your situation. I mean, everyone is different, right? Every life situation is different. So we'll talk about that on the phone. Then we'll also talk about how to get free ongoing help. So click the link below right now to schedule a free call with my team and start protecting your money today. So if you follow the American dream, work a 9-to-5 job, squirrel your money away into a 401k, you're going to never be wealthy. It's the truth. If you learn nothing else from my channel, I hope that you take away this message. These systems are not designed to serve you. If you follow them, you will fail. The only way to break out of this broken, outdated system is by building your financial intelligence and take ownership over your future right now. This is why I'm so passionate about buying hard assets that are a hedge against inflation and can support your lifestyle, regardless of what's happening in the economy, Wall Street, or retirement systems. If you're interested in what we do at my company, at Morris Invest, you can come on over to our website, morrisinvest.com, and we'll schedule a free 30-minute call with you. And we'll set aside that 30 minutes to learn about you, about your goals, and we will help create a customized path to freedom. Again, no strings attached, totally free. We'll have a link in the description if you want to book a call with my team. Again, no matter what you do, the most important thing that you can do is continue to educate yourself. So in this next video, you're going to learn about the foundations of financial intelligence. Check it out right here. And thank you guys so much for subscribing. We'll see you next time.